Hello folks, it's Mento speaking. If you see this highlighted area here, the Canadian dollar, we have a manufacturing news release event and a moderate volatility expected. I want to show you in this episode how do you trade an hour before the news release and get yourself something like 200 pips, 100 pips and above. We have fundamentals, technicals and sentimentals. Now, before I go any further, I have a simple disclaimer that was not included in this video. This is my own. No one has a strategy that is 100% correct. No one has a strategy that works 100% correct. We are all traders trying to be profitable in the Forex market. It is not that as your mentor or someone that you're following, that if I buy here, I'm pretty sure that price will give me 100 pips or 20 pips. That's why we use stop losses. And that's why I advise you to use stop losses and you take profits. Okay? Nobody has a strategy that works 100% correct. If I spot such a move and I'm like, okay, this is what will happen in the Forex market or on this pair, it is because I have done my analysis and I have seen this same thing happen. So tekitegeeza nti I spoke to God and God told me that, price will move up 100 pips, 50 pips, 10 pips. If I buy here and price drops, tekitegeeza nti I am fake. I am a human being. Obwonsala sivaamu mazi mvaamu musaayi. That aside, it is just a simple disclaimer like I told you. Tonkwata bubi. Fundamentals, technicals and sentimentals. This is part of analysis. When you're trading as a trader, you need to know what is a fundamental analysis, what is a technical analysis, and what is a sentimental analysis. Fundamentals, chechamanyi enyo, the news release, the 3 bull news, the 3 stars. But these fundamentals, zina types. Okay, I normally tell you and be like, okay, go to investing.com. Let me share that screen with you here. Go to investing.com. Look for 3 bull news or 3 stars and you rush here. You look for 3 stars, and you think that every 3 stars will take price in the opposite direction. I don't want you to waste your time and money chasing every 3 stars. This one simply means that high volatility expected. High volatility expected, but it's not a must that we shall have high volatility. Okay? It is not a must that wajabera higher volatility or high volatility. Oyinza osanga kuno ku 2 bull or 2 stars kuliko those strong candles and the 3 stars ngatezese 3 candles. Yes, I want to show you how and why it happens sometimes. Let's go back to trading view. I show you exactly what we look for now. For fundamentals or the fundamental analysis, to what to know the news, the economic calendar, what is, the social media talking about these prices, what is happening here and there. But before we go any further, I want to first explain to you what fundamentals are. Now, for fundamentals, these are news announcements like I told you. And as a Forex trader, you need to know that basically fundamentals or the news release, this means that we are putting one currency against the other. Just like we are putting the pound over against the dollar, we are putting the Aussie against the yen, we are putting the dollar against the Canadian dollar, and here we are putting the dollar against the Swiss, or the New Zealand against the dollar, and the Aussie against the Swiss. Those are fundamentals or the news release, those 3 stars. What do I mean by putting a currency against the other? Or in simple terms, fundamental news release, this means that we want to generate high liquidity in less than no time. Oba bagala bikande biwanvu in less than no time. You see, this is a 15-minute candle that gave us something like 50 pips here. If I manage to, I don't want to use my eyes, let me just measure from there to there. Oh wow, those are 48 pips. Now these are the things you are looking for. Okay, I want to show you what to look for, what kind of news, or these 3 stars, what should you look for before you rush into doing your analysis on every currency that has 3 stars. I am here to tell you the truth that the other gurus will never find time telling you, and what the other gurus don't know, because I also took time to know some of these things. Simalala naye gemazima. So let's come back here. I have something small for you here. So these are the 4 main things that I would want you to look for when it comes to looking for the news release. Now, I normally tell you that not every day is a trading day. Do not find yourself on trading view buli lunaku buli sawa, Monday to Monday, sawa 2 to sawa 2 ezokumacha nedda. Give yourself a break, give yourself time. Okay, give yourself a break and give yourself time. Now, if you don't take a screenshot of this, I will have these same things in the description down. You will have them. Okay, you can go and look at them and you know more about them. Now, if you can't take a screenshot and you read through later, or if you can't pause the video and read through nchimanyi bingi, but I will also have them included in the description link below, just like I have them here now. Let's go with the lower interest rates. Now, this is a news release. Tuliku fundamentals. Over. Let me add here the news release, or the 3 bull news. You just have a 3 bull news. Okay. 3 bull news. Now here we have lower interest rates. We have manufacturing data. We have employment data and the GDP. Not the GBP, but the GDP. The gross domestic product. Okay? GDP, so CGBP. Now, one or here, if you read through, then I think you already know. This one causes a currency to devalue or to fall against the other currency due to the low return rates that drive the flow of money or the flow of liquidity. Money or liquidity. Okay. Now, sometimes you'll have strong candles, you know, move back and forth, but some other time you won't here. The most important thing for you to note is the manufacturing data. The manufacturing data since 2016 till today, every time I look at the manufacturing data, this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting one candle to give me 50 pips. I'm expecting 2 candles to give me 100 pips when it comes to the manufacturing data. This is a strong indication, or it's a strong indicator for industrialized countries It is going to be bullish if the numbers are higher than expected, or it's going to be bullish if the numbers are lower than expected. Now, what exactly do you look for? The manufacturing data. Very simple. Let's look at the pound dollar. Let's look at the pound dollar. I show you exactly what you look for. Now here we have something really small or something simple. If you use the dollar index or the pound index, you want to see how they performed. Now right here, what time of the day? We are trading the London session. Just like I told you, we want to see price do what? We want to see price give us these candles between midnight New York time, which is the London session or the manipulation. Now on a day, if you have such a move, these are the things you're supposed to look for. I want you to look for highs and lows. I want you to look at highs and lows. If you see price trade above these highs, I want you to expect a drop now. No, I'm not saying that my strategies, they work 100%, but for the last many years, I've seen these things happen. Never chat you, you're going to see these same things take place. I'm just telling you what I want you to look for when you're trading this manufacturing data. I want you to come to your chart, look for relative equal highs and relative equal lows. If we haven't taken liquidity above equal highs or below equal lows, wait for price to trade those areas. What else are you looking for? You're going to be looking for institutional levels, repricing, imbalances, past midnight New York time. We are looking at the London session. Which pairs? I told you, the pound and the euro, those are the only things you're trading at around that time. If we have a news release before, if we have the news release on any currency pair, I want you to rush at this time, look for the pound against that pair and the euro against that pair. So here, liquidity above, okay, we have that candles high, we have this one here. The institutional level, we have this zero level around there. Okay, we have the zero level. If I bring it down there. So what do? Now, it does not happen every day, but I've seen this thing happen. If you say they've seen multiple times. I've seen this thing happen so many times. So only the manufacturing data. It is only the manufacturing data that you're going to take. These other things are promising, but this is the most important thing. These zibinebidala, I repeat, these other things zigezako, but enoyo, I've seen it work all the time. These other employment data, nebisigade, well, they those pips, and some other time they won't. But if we ever see the manufacturing data, please be careful, because this is a tsunami. Okay, this sometimes it's a tsunami. It comes to crash. That's why I managed to send more information about this manufacturing data today, the time of recording this video, and I had a live session in the morning, my local time, during this session when we still, and I was trading the euro, the pound, yen, or the GBP, JPY, or you can call it the GJ. So this is what you look for. You look for a consolidation. Once you look for a consolidation, you're looking at institutional levels. What time of the day? This is 3 o'clock in the morning, New York time. The pound. Let's look at what time was the news release on the pound. That same manufacturing data news release right here. So the market got affected what time? 30 minutes after. Sorry, 30 minutes, 1 hour before the news release. Right here. Now, there is something I want us to look at this same day. Wanoku manufacturing data. I saw the same thing on the euro. Right here. What time of the day? 3:30 p.m. Sorry, a.m. The New York time. I want to look at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. New York time. We see if I'm telling the truth or not. Let's go to the charts. What are we looking at? The euro pairs at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 hour before the news release on the euro pairs. Okay, so I'm going to look at the euro cross. I'm starting with the euro USD. What time of the day? 2 o'clock in the morning, the New York time, 2 o'clock in the morning. 23 May, when is today? May 24th. So let's look at May 24th, 2:30 in the morning, or 2 o'clock in the morning. Right there. That is the candle that started the move. Very long candle. 1 hour before the news release. You see that? 1 hour before the news release. What data was this? The manufacturing data. 1 hour before the news release. Let's look at the euro cross. Okay, this is the euro USD. Let's look at the euro Swiss. What time of the day? 8 o'clock in the morning, the New York time. There. This is also enough for you to take home. How many pips? Well, si pips nyingi, but at least 32 pips. And on top of that, it gave you another strong move up. 24th May. There. Boom. And rallies up. Okay? That same time. You're only looking for opportunities to take the direction. Okay? Market JB ekulaga. If the market is indicating bullishness, what are you looking for? Well, you're waiting for liquidity to be taken, just like I told you. We trade below these lows here. You're waiting for what time? 1 hour before the news release. You buy. Price comes back down. Again, you take that. Should we look for another currency pair? The euro cross anything? Sure. Euro CHF. I'm just picking a random pair. Well, this is the Euro Swiss already. Now let's look at the Euro card. The Euro Canadian dollar. What time of the day? 8:30 in the morning. Right there. Okay? There. Okay? This, you'll have the news 30 minutes. You'll have these markets manipulated 30 minutes before the news release. What exactly are we looking at? Leave the other things alone. Now, after that, it again comes back and boom, rallies. What time of the day? 45 minutes past. You know, this is the New York Open. Why? Canadian dollar. Why? Okay. It is because the economy now, you need to go and read the news about the Canadian dollar and the United States dollar. It will still be affected, the New York Open. It will still be affected, the New York Open. Let's go ahead and look at, I think these are enough. 1 hour before the news release, the manufacturing data. It will not respect any strategy. It will not respect anything. The other folks will tell you to be in the market 15 minutes before the news release, but I'm telling you to be 1 hour ahead of the news release. What are you looking at? You're looking at opportunities to take liquidity. What time? At midnight, past midnight New York time. Okay. You also look at how is the index trading. You need to look at that one as well. Don't just buy or sell anywhere simply because no. How many pips were these? Well, these were like 50 pips. Then after that, it had a consolidation. Then at the New York Open, it still gave you something like 100 pips here, 116 pips. So that is what we look at every time we have the manufacturing data. Every time we have the manufacturing data, be in the market 1 hour ahead of time. Even these other things here, they will still work for you, but I trust the manufacturing data. Okay, so that is how I will trade the manufacturing data. That's how I'll trade the lower interest rates. That's how I'll trade the employment data. The GDP, they are only indicators. That's why I've not talked about this one. Just like I told you here, sentimentals are all about indicators. Now in the next episode, we're going to talk about the technicals, or what you can do is look for relative equal highs and lows, liquidity taken. Let's just have this episode focus on fundamentals. Remember, this is what you look for. For fundamentals, look at the manufacturing data 1 hour before the news release. As usual, I hope this was insightful. Let me stop this video from here to create room for upcoming videos.